Reports are spreading fast that 50 Cent has revealed new footage showing Sean Diddy Combs looking nervous and unsettled inside prison, and the clip is quickly going viral online. Until now, many believe Diddy was doing just fine behind bars, even enjoying a comfortable life, sipping wine, and sharing business advice with other inmates. But this new information paints a very different picture, suggesting he may actually be under serious pressure. According to recent claims, there are individuals inside who may be targeting him, and some reports even suggest he could be at risk due to connections linked to Tupac Shakur, a twist that has caught many people off guard.
This guy's life might be danger over here because people think that he has something to do with Pac. People think he has something to do with Biggie, and they right here in Brooklyn. You understand? It's right here in Brooklyn, and some of the people are still mad that he made Making of the Band walk to Brooklyn from, to get the cheesecake, and just around the corner from the Cheesecake Factory. So, Juniors. So it might be some dumb shit. So y'all need to get him out of here and ship him to Jersey because somebody gonna kill him over here. Those are good arguments, if you want to call it, but it's bullshit. He gonna get the same treatment no matter how much money he got.
For many years, the deaths of Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. have remained a painful and unresolved part of hip-hop history. During all this time, Sean Diddy Combs has consistently denied any involvement in what happened to either of them, standing by his claims despite ongoing rumors and speculation.
Documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah.
Tupac Shakur was shot in a drive-by attack in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, and after fighting for 6 days, he passed away at just 25 years old. Only 6 months later, the Notorious B.I.G. was killed in a similar shooting in Los Angeles on March 9, 1997, leaving the rap world in shock as it lost two of its biggest stars back-to-back during a time of deep division known as the East Coast versus West Coast rivalry, which was fueled by loyalty, pride, and growing tension. Sean Diddy Combs, who was Biggie's close friend, producer, and the head of Bad Boy Records, strongly represented the East Coast side, and over the years his name continued to come up in discussions about both killings. The Reckoning, released on December 2, brought those claims back into focus, with several people suggesting he may have had some involvement. In the series, Bad Boy co-founder Kirk Burrow shared his belief that Diddy played a part in Tupac's death and may have influenced the events that led to Biggie's killing. He also explained that the tension between Diddy and Tupac grew after November 30, 1994, when Tupac was at Quad Studios in New York City to record for Little Sean but was instead robbed and shot multiple times in the lobby, an incident he survived but one that broke his trust in both Diddy and Biggie, leading him to later question in a 1996 interview with Vibe whether Diddy had any involvement.
Only they can answer that question. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the Vibe article. I basically bowed out. It was going to go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New Yorkers commenting on me getting shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen shit. The 4th issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? How'd I get gunpowder all over me? That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was there. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that,
the shooting at Quad Studios was never officially solved, but Gene Deal has claimed that Sean Diddy Combs may have known it was going to happen and did nothing to stop it. He also said a documentary connected to 50 Cent mentioned the incident but left out an important part. According to Gene, on that same day, Diddy was in the office of Jimmy Henchman along with Andre Harrell, while the Notorious B.I.G. and Suge Knight were unaware of this meeting. Gene believes Diddy was not there by chance, but instead keeping track of Biggie's work since he had control over his publishing and wanted to know what he was creating. He claims Diddy was watching Biggie closely rather than working with him, and during that time, Jimmy Henchman allegedly told Diddy that Tupac Shakur was going to be taught a lesson over money he was said to owe.
You him being there to spy on Big, Jimmy Henchman told him that they finna teach Pac a lesson. Cause Pac had owed him some money. So that's why he was up in the studio and was coming to the studio. Pac owed him some money. He was gonna work it off and get some money from doing a song with Lil Sean. And that's what that was about. But Pac was talking greasy to Jimmy Henchman, and Jimmy Henchman wasn't the type of dude that you talk greasy to, allegedly. Unless you're 50 Cent.
So Diddy knew what was going to happen about it.
He knew Pac was about to deal with, yeah. He was there to see it. He was there to see it. He wasn't only there to see Big them. When Jimmy Henchman told him that, he was there to see what's going to happen to Pac. He was there for that. Because had he not been there for that, he would have went up there in the office. He would have went to the studio or the studio session with Big them. He would have went to that studio session with Big them. He knew what room Big them was in. He didn't do that. He was there to see what was going to happen to Pac after Jimmy told him. And that's factual.
Gene Deal says his account matches what Kirk Burrow has also suggested, that Sean Diddy Combs may have been involved behind the scenes. He adds that if money played a part in the situation, then Kirk would likely have insight into where it came from, given his position and connections at the time.
Yeah, Kirk Burrows, he also said that, he feels like, Diddy was behind Pac murder.
Yeah. If Diddy played a part in that stuff, like he said, Kirk know where the money came from. I'm going to say this. They tried to, if you talk about the Vegas trip and the whole 9 yards, Kirk said that he paid for people to drive out to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He said he paid for people to drive out of Vegas. I was heavily with Bad Boy at that time. I don't remember that part of it. You understand? I don't remember that part of it. But if Kirk knew and he was paying for people to drive out to Vegas in the whole 9 yards, it's hard to hide $1 million, brother. You ain't going to cash that in the check cashing place. You signing that over to somebody. I said 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 times again. Eric Von Zip showed me and my man Boom Dang, aka my man Slick, a check for $1 million. We don't know, and everybody trying to say, lying, talking about half of it got paid, 500. I don't know. I know when I asked him about, we asked him, do we ask? No, we didn't ask him. I know when he showed us a check and he walked away after he showed us the check for the $1 million.
Many of the key figures connected to these events are no longer alive, but the financial records still exist, and Gene Deal believes those documents could reveal the truth, since money trails can still be tracked through records and transactions. Almost 2 years after the earlier incident, Tupac Shakur was killed in the Las Vegas shooting, a case that remained unsolved for decades and fueled endless speculation in hip-hop. That changed in September 2023 when Dwayne Keith D. Davis was arrested and charged with murder, with prosecutors saying he played a major role. Then in July 2024, a court document revealed a previously unknown 2009 police interview where Davis allegedly admitted involvement and repeatedly mentioned Sean Diddy Combs, claiming Diddy ordered the attack. Davis also said Diddy was angry over Tupac's ongoing insults, and a report linked to the Drug Enforcement Administration and United States Department of Justice referenced an earlier 2008 interview in which Davis claimed Diddy wanted both Suge Knight and Tupac gone, even offering him $1 million to carry it out.
His claim was an informant in 1997 who told investigators that Puffy had hired the Southside Crips to kill both Suge and Tupac, and that the Crip who was jumped at the MGM was in the group that had done the hit, and that they originally were going to do it at Suge's Vegas nightclub, but then decided to do it right away instead of waiting. This was exactly the same story that Keefe D told us a decade later. Very few people know that immediately after Tupac is shot and that white Cadillac is fleeing, one of the death row entourage, a guy named Alton McDonald, known as Buntree, chases after the Cadillac, and a second shooting takes place between the two vehicles. Alton McDonald's car is struck. In fact, within the Las Vegas files, there's a document that indicates that Alton McDonald's car had been struck by a bullet that night.
He even said that, like, in retrospect, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to Puffy. By Zip stealing the money, now Puffy isn't connected to that shit. Or else it would have been like a hire or something, you know what I'm saying?
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
he
same
was
thing?
a dirty motherfucker.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well?
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody cross you. You're the last one to know every fucking thing. Even lawyers, your friends.
Sean Diddy Combs has denied all the accusations, and in July 2024, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department confirmed that he has never been considered a suspect in the murder of Tupac Shakur, and he has never been charged. Meanwhile, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis has pleaded not guilty and is still in custody, with his trial facing delays. After Tupac's death, the situation remained tense, and people close to the events say Diddy and his East Coast group were warned to stay away from the West Coast. Despite this, Diddy continued moving ahead with plans to promote the Notorious B.I.G. and his upcoming album, even though Biggie was reportedly hesitant to go. According to Kirk Burrow in the documentary The Reckoning, Diddy convinced him to move forward with those appearances anyway.
I seen an interview that Puffy did with Fat Joe where he was talking about Biggie in his last moments in LA. And he told Fat Joe that he didn't want to go to LA. He actually wanted to go to London. But Biggie, he was the one that wanted to go to LA, and he was the one that was pushing to go to LA.
That's not true. My name is Kirk Burrows. I ran Bad Boy Entertainment. I helped co-found it. I created the company with him. I raised from general manager to president. And at that time, I put all of those business plans together. And Biggie didn't want to go to LA, ended up going. What got him out there was a week ahead of time to ease him into the whole award show. He may not have wanted to go to London, but was talked into it. First time ever, a rapper of your stature getting this treatment, that would be something he would be interested in doing, but he was easily talked out of it by Sean so that they can make an appearance at an event in LA that Saturday night. A part of the posturing of not only did we come to the award show, not only am I recording my album out here, and Big is gonna help me with some of the writing and maybe do something out here where me and him did this song in LA, I'm out on the town.
Gene Deal has confirmed this account, explaining that Clark Kent, who was close to the Notorious B.I.G. and active in the industry, admitted he wondered why Biggie was even going out that night. Biggie was meant to be traveling, not attending parties. When Clark asked about their trip to the Peterson Automotive Museum, Biggie said it had been arranged by Puffy and another person. According to Gene, he didn't even know the details himself until Clark revealed them publicly years later.